Okay, we're going to make blueberry jam here. Probably going to break all the rules of making jam. I'm going to turn this up here. And we're going to put a cup of water in there. Just 1 cup right now. And I have 1.75 kilograms of blueberries. That's 3.85 pounds. I'm going to dump them all in here and get them going. Get our trusty wooden spoon. Wooden spoon. Now I put them in there frozen with a little bit of hot water. These are going to have to be boiled down anyway. I'm not going to put any other ingredients in until these get to the boiling point.
So Randy, may I ask what temperature that is?
It's up on the top temperature. What's it? 1600.
Okay.
It's really hot.
It's the maximum temperature.
Maximum temperature for this.
For that stovetop.
Yeah, for this stovetop. Okay, we'll just let that go a little bit here and keep an eye on it. Okay, we're starting to hear some noise out of that. Okay. I don't want to put any sugar yet. I think it's a little bit soon. Yeah, this is going to take a while to reduce down anyway, because there's lots of liquid in these blueberries, and lots of water. And then I'll put a little bit of water in it to begin with. Hot water, actually, to get it started. Now we're using some Certo-Pectin, the dry crystals, and 4 cups of sugar. There's 2 in here and 2 other cups in there. I'll use a teaspoon of vinegar. I already question using it at all, but I'm going to use a little bit to be complete. Now I, of course, don't want anything here burning on, especially when I start putting in sugar. Sugar will burn on really fast. Yeah, you can see the liquid is really starting to come out of there now. And all of that water coming out of these berries will have to be reduced down with the water I put in. Okay. Coming along. Now these were great value blueberries. As you can see, 1.75 kilograms, about 3.85 pounds, so it's close to 4 pounds. They'll work just fine, frozen like that, no problem. Oh, I'm starting to get that all over the stove. Making jam and jelly like this can be pretty messy if you're not careful. We're just going to make enough for some personal use. We're not going to give it the bath or anything like that. We're just going to put it in jars after it's done and put it in the fridge for our own use for a little over the next few weeks. Okay, I just put 1 cup of water in this. That probably wasn't necessary if you're really patient or let these defrost first. But I think, okay, I'll wait the extra time to get it boiled down and we'll be good. There we go. Oop.
Randy, did you boil the water you put in the pot beforehand? Or?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It was boiled water that I used there.
Simple kettle boiled water.
That's it. Boiled in the kettle, that's all. Now that extra cup of water will probably slow us down a little bit in the long run, but hey, that's fine. We're patient today, we'll get it done. Okay. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close to boiling. Okay, right now I'm going to throw in the vinegar.
How much vinegar was that?
A teaspoon, just a teaspoon.
Just a teaspoon.
That's all I'm going to use in this. I question whether I need it at all, but I'm just going to use 1 teaspoon here. That's all. We don't want to affect the taste of anything. Yeah, that was simple white vinegar. Okay, there we go. Let's open up the pectin here. Okay, we're going to throw in the sugar. That's boiling up pretty good now. That's 4 cups of sugar. Let's get that started stirring through. Now let's throw in the pectin here. That's about 4 tablespoons. That package like that. To go with the 4 cups of sugar. Now we're going to let this boil up again and probably turn it down just a little bit to let it reduce. It's got to reduce way down so that you can see basically a trail behind the spoon at the bottom of the pot. Okay, that's very close to boiling up again, which is what I wanted. Yeah. Now all of the ingredients are in there now. That's all we need. Now it's a matter of just waiting until it reduces way down. I'm going to turn this down a little bit, but not too much, because I don't want it to take all day. We don't want it to take 8 hours or something. But I don't want to leave it on a really hot temperature like this, because there's a lot of sugar in there. We don't want it burning on either. Either way, you got to keep a real close eye on this, and the hotter you keep it, the more you got to stay with it. If I wanted to keep it at this, I'd have to stay with it the whole time. So what I'm going to do here is just turn it down a little bit to that 6 there. That's I guess a medium-high heat. And we're just going to wait. What was it? I think it's probably going to be about an hour or so before it's done. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. You can see it's reducing down pretty good. Yeah, it's on its way, no problem.
Looks good, Randy.
Looks
Excuse me, Randy, I'm going to turn on the light here.
Sure thing.
There we go. Probably a little better. There we go.
There we go indeed.
That looks a little better.
Yes, it does. You can see right in there pretty good. And that's coming along really nice. Needs a lot more time though. We're just going to leave it like that and keep it going on a medium high, I think you could call temperature. You can see it's still boiling up pretty good, but it's not really roiling.
Yes.
Like a really high temperature. Good. Way good. Okay, we're at about a half hour now. And that's still boiling down pretty good. We got a little ways to go yet though. But it's coming along great. Yeah, that's coming along great. Okay, it's been another 10 minutes. And it's really starting to thicken up. And it's thickening up to the point where I want to actually turn the temperature down to a 5 down there. So it's about a medium heat. And we're going to give it some more time. And maybe another 10 or 15 minutes or so, but we got to keep stirring it now to keep it from burning on. So I just turned it down again, as you can see, because I'm concerned of burning, and you can see it's really starting to get thick and ready. Okay, you can see this is very close to done. You see that? You can see if I run the spoon through, you can see the silver on the bottom of the pot. So that it can make a path, and even in this much jam. So that's very close to the consistency we want. But what I'm going to do here, I'm going to turn this off. You can see it's spitting all over the place, making a mess. I'm going to turn this off and leave it for about 10 minutes. And we're going to come back and put it in jars. So it's just going to stay here on this burner and set in for 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Okay, that was another 10 minutes, and you can see that looks pretty good. You can see there's when I pull the spoon through, you can see the silver underneath pretty good. That looks good to me. It's good enough for me, and that's the way I like it. So we're going to put this in jars. These little 250 milliliter jars. Going to have some cleaning up to do in here. There we go, this one. Okay. Let's get as much out of there as I can. Now what is this? About 4.5 of these jars. That's good. Let's put the covers on them here. That's hot. There we go. Excellent. It's about 4.5 or so of these 250 milliliter jars. Yes, I think we did pretty good. Cool.
Now these jars have to sit for about 24 hours?
About 24 hours.
Well, let them sit and we'll come back and try some tomorrow.
Guaranteed. That's what we'll do. I think it's going to be pretty good. Pretty good, I think so. Okay, it's been 24 hours since we set this jam out to set, and I think it's set pretty well. We have 4 full bottles, 250 milliliter bottles here, and this one isn't quite full. So there's about 1.1 liters of blueberry jam here. Let's take a look at this. This looks good. Let's put it on some toast. Yeah. And you can see that's set really well. Now we're going to eat this over about 3-week period. It's going to go in the fridge. It's just a small batch. We didn't need to put it in the water bath or anything like that because it's just going to be eaten over a very short period of time. And it spreads really, really well. Just these simple ingredients here. It was 1.75 kilograms of blueberries, frozen blueberries. That's about 3.85 pounds. 4 cups of sugar. 1 pouch of pectin crystals. About 4 tablespoons of pectin. And 1 teaspoon of vinegar, which I probably really didn't need. But in the beginning here, I threw 1 cup of hot water in with the blueberries to get them to a quicker start because they were frozen. Looks good.